economists have narratives. The narratives come in certain models and sets of assumptions that they make, by which they claim to explain or rationalize what happens and what needs to happen, and couch their policy prescriptions. But oftentimes the assumptions are simply wrong. For example, an assumption that as long as corporations make as much money as possible for shareholders, the outcome will be efficient. Well, what if making as much money as possible implies lobbying and buying off politicians, or colluding with politicians to abuse everybody else, or somehow extract surplus from everybody else? I view economists as potentially part of the problem, but also potentially part of the solution. And so my hope recently, and what I've been trying to talk to economists about, is to actually examine their assumptions and see how they can actually help. Because what we have in hand in the financial system, and even more generally, is a big collective action problem. And we are part of the collective. What I've learned is that politics trumps economics. The political economy, about how much money you spend on, or how you give incentives to regulators, how you structure certain things, how you diagnose the problem, what expertise comes into it, and the conflicted expertise, and all of that in setting the rules, is really where economic outcomes get determined in the end. And if we are blind to that as economists and just go our merry way making assumptions and analyzing fancy models and estimating those models, which layers a whole bunch of more assumptions on them, then we might be entirely missing what's actually going on the ground. And so what I'd like is to look out the window and see correctly what the problems actually are, and not what we think they are. Or what our models somehow lead us to believe they are, without truly checking what's going on out there.